What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Manor, and what a morning. This has been an amazing morning already because, Boruto episode 151. My goodness, was an amazing episode, but that opening, unbelievable. I didn't think we were actually going to see Kawaki and then the car organization and just see their faces and then fighting off against Boruto and the others, but my goodness, they went there. Not only that, they showed a scene from the Kawaki arc where Kawaki's in the tubes and getting the karma transferred over to him. And my goodness, that means we're probably getting the Ao arc and possibly the Kawaki arc pretty soon. A lot sooner than I expected. I don't know if they're going to do like Sasuke Shinden or Shikamaru Shinden like right away, or they might actually decide to hold off on that. Not really sure, but Sasuke Shinden is very important. I'm surprised if they don't adapt that pretty soon. But anyways, that intro, my goodness, I was super tired this morning, but I forced myself to get up and watch this episode, and man, was it worth it. Now, like my episode 147 review, this is going to be more of a mini review because this arc as a whole, the last 4 episodes have been covering the manga, and it's done a fantastic job at that. And the thing that I like that the anime has done is it expanded the arc in a way that it just works so well. Because, in my opinion, and I think I mentioned this in a few previous videos, but Majima Bandit's arc is not my favorite arc by far. I honestly think it's only a decent arc in the manga. But somehow the anime took this arc and just made it like 100 times better. Even, like, I know there's a lot of people that didn't really care for the Hozuki Castle portion, and I do think that portion of the arc was padded out a little bit too long, in my opinion. I think it served very well, because in this episode, Sajoji's like, yeah, Boruto, yeah, we met at Hozuki Castle. It won't be like that time. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I was Tsukio, and I took care of Kokiri, and that was perfect. That's a good way to set Boruto off and get him, wanting revenge against Sajoji for taking out Kokiri in that manner. And that's when he finds out, he's like, oh crap, eat your brains. Like, what are you? Are you not human? But anyways, I like how it tied everything together. And I liked how the battle was amazing, by the way. I mean, this is a 10 out of 10 episode, but everything was just handled very well in this episode. And like I said, the manga portions that the anime has done, they've actually done it justice and made it better. And see, this is the stuff that we as fans want. I'm not trying to say that all the anime original stuff is bad, but when there's so much of it, and some of it is just not up to par with like what we're getting right now, I mean, it just shows. But like when the anime fleshes out the manga, as we see here, it works out so much better. It took a decent arc and made it amazing, in my opinion. Because I wouldn't say I wasn't looking forward to it. I was super excited for the Boruto anime to finally adapt the manga, but it just did such an amazing job with handling this arc, and I think they did a good job hammering down Tento and his, his budding friendship with Boruto, and how he's a spoiled brat. And I like how they hammered that home in the first 2 episodes of the manga portion of this arc, and then the last 2 episodes were just fantastic. And another thing too is, like, I liked how Boruto has been betrayed this entire arc, even from the prison portion until now. I mean, can I say it? I mean, Boruto was actually, dare I say, cool during this entire arc, especially his intro in the previous episode. So yeah, and then not only that, it's just like this is just leading up to just great things. Like the Majima Bandits arc is really just the beginning. We're about to get so much good stuff. But seeing as the opening is hinting at the Ao and Kawaki arcs like happening potentially very soon, this is probably coming. Like the announcement we're probably getting is probably going to be the continued adaptation of the manga arcs, and I'm so excited for it, man. Like I said, this is more so a mini review and me kind of just gushing over how great this arc was. Like, I can say for sure that this was my favorite arc in the Boruto anime so far. It just was handled so well. And again, they fleshed it out, they made it much better than the manga portion. And this just tells me right now, this gives me faith that the Ao and the Kawaki arcs, they're going to be fleshed out too. And it's potentially going to be even better than the manga. And that's what I'm super excited for. So anyways, yeah, I mean, like I said, this is more so a mini review. It's more so me gushing over the fact that this arc is really good. But anyways, the fight was amazing. I really like how they hammered home Kokiri being killed. And they kind of mention it later in the episode that he kind of disappeared. So it just tied everything together so beautifully. So yeah, and of course, I love the scene with Sasuke Uchiha showing up to interrogate Tsujoji. And he's like, when he sees Ibiku and Sai, he's like, oh no, you need to give me something. But as soon as he sees Sasuke, he starts crapping his pants. And he's like, yeah, I'll tell you anything. And that's when we learn about Kara. And they I think that was pretty much, spot on exactly from the manga. So I think we're in good hands, everyone, for the anime adaptation of the Ao and Kawaki arcs. And it also tells me that a time skip is probably happening pretty soon in the manga, since the anime is finally getting to this portion of the story. And they're probably going to have to do a time skip so they can add more filler later on. So I guess we'll see what happens in the next couple of months when the inevitable time skip happens in the manga. And as the anime finally adapts the manga properly. Anyways, so that's all I got. Not really much of a review, I guess, but just me gushing over the fact that this arc is amazing. Anyways, guys, what do you think of the Mujina Bandits arc from start to finish? What do you think of the Hozuki Castle portion? What do you think of the manga adaptation portion? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you all later. Mitchell Mander has officially evolved into Jigen Mander. Have a good day, everyone.